What is going on, YouTube? We are back. This is NAR episode number 29. It is early morning, Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. As I mentioned in my last channel update video, we're going to be going over a Gateway Pundit article. I know I do a lot of Gateway Pundit articles, guys, but it sure is nice getting news from someone other than mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, all those bullshit channels. At least you get the truth. I'm going to relay that truth. Here we go. Dr. Fauci, he's back at it again, being an ultimate hypocrite. Spotted maskless at Aspen Airport after telling Americans to wear masks indoors. So here we are, back at another situation where it's rules for thee and not for me. There's Fauci. Two very shifty looking people with him. Look at that guy. What is this look on this guy's face? What a weirdo. Anyways, yeah, look at Fauci right there. No masks. No mask on this guy. No mask on this guy. All right, so it says, Lord Fauci was spotted maskless at Aspen Airport this weekend. Man, he needs to stay out of Colorado. That's where I live. Fauci recently told Americans to wear masks in indoor settings. Dr. Fauci wasn't wearing a mask because no TV cameras were around. And how many times have we seen that, guys? It's like every time. And they've even had like those leaked mic videos where it shows where, they're all standing around before they think the cameras and the mics are rolling and all that. And they're, they've got their mask off. And then as soon as they think the camera's rolling, like they throw the mask on and, it's all business. And then as soon as they're done with their little speech or interview or whatever, the mask is back off. And a few times the cameras have still been rolling and caught them, taking it off and saying, oh, well, this is all just theater. So it says right here, this is a Twitter post by Michael Berry. It says, a friend took this pic of Fauci at the Aspen airport this weekend. Why no mask? Because no TV cameras were around. Well, duh. This was September 26th, 2022. It says Dr. Fauci recently lectured Americans on the virtues of mask wearing. Fauci, over the summer, fired off another warning shot and said the pandemic isn't over. Fauci urged people to get vaccinated and boosted, even though latest CDC data show the CV infections are higher in boosted Americans compared to the unboosted. Dr. Fauci also advised people to wear a mask in indoor settings. Hopefully, the more people that get the jab and get boosted, and the more people that realize the importance of when you have a high level of viral dynamics, that when you're in an indoor setting, you should wear a mask. Even though the whole world, including the United States and the UK, are just worn out and tired by this outbreak, it isn't over yet, Fauci said over the summer. Just constant fear-mongering. We know what this stuff is. We definitely know that masks don't work after, the CDC director came out and said that on, national TV. And nobody was wearing those. I mean, okay, so not nobody was wearing them, but very few people were actually wearing like N95 masks would actually do anything. Everybody was wearing, like the little cheap Chinese made, piece of crap throwaway, and now they're clogging our rivers and streams. No, I'm just kidding. They're probably not in the rivers and streams. They may be, but mostly in the ocean. So, where all the climate, all the, people that care about the environment and everything, they sure seem silent about, the huge amount of chemicals used during this whole, pandemic. They had, um, masks obviously in the billions, probably maybe even close to like 100 billion or more of these stupid masks. People go from one place to another, and each place, especially if you don't want to wear a mask, you're like, you go to one business and then you are forced to grab one or whatever. I would just grab it and like throw it in my pocket, and then as soon as I get out of the store, I'd throw it in the trash. But then you go to another store and it's the same thing. So, go to a few stores, and just in a matter of few hours, myself, I was going through, 3 masks right there. Kind of ridiculous. Um, and yeah, this next sentence just really, I mean, it confirmed to me what I think everybody, especially those who are listening to this channel and that listen to channels like this, we already knew, but here we go. This will come right out of Fauci's mouth. So Fauci continued, people need to realize it is never going to go back to zero. You hear that? I mean, I think like what, 2.5, 3 years almost after this crap. To me, it's just like been just years of hell. It kind of became, I guess, pretty obvious to most people that it is never really going to go back to zero. They don't want it to. There's too much money to be made in this. And, it's kind of like, in my opinion, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this or get flagged or whatever, but, in my opinion, I think that they know how to beat cancer, but I think that they won't come out with the cure, and they won't let people be cured, at least not on a huge, on like a mass patient basis. It seems like the majority of people that get cancer terminal, they die. They don't save those people. I think that it's out there, and they just don't want to give it out to the public. There's just too much money to be made, and I think that's the same situation with what we've been going on, or what we've been dealing with going on, 3 years now. As long as there's money to be made, I think it's never going to go back to zero, because they don't want it to go back to zero. And he said, that's not the nature of that's not the nature of this virus. Yeah, this is just like, something just totally special. Just yeah, it's just not the nature of this virus. Never going to go back to zero, guys. On July 25th, Fauci said Americans should wear masks in schools, places of work, and any place that brings people together in a closed environment. Hell no. That's all I got to say, guys. Hell no. I think the days of me wearing a mask willingly, and still that wasn't even like willingly. It was just because, I was willing to give the whole, 2 weeks to stop the spread or flatten the curve or whatever the hell they wanted to, term it as. But I was willing to give it that little bit of time and play along with the game and be safe, whatever. We didn't know anything about it. But I think, truthfully, really, like right after that first 2 to 3 weeks, I just, I started having questions and stuff. So I wasn't buying into it anymore. And I figured out where it worked for me personally on a medical level to keep me healthy. And I stuck to that. And prior to COVID, I was going into the doctors all the time for things like, sinus infections and, bronchitis, things like that. Since the event of 2020, and every year following it so far, I haven't been to the doctor's office once. I've been healthy. They actually had to call me in, and I had to do an office visit just to get prescriptions renewed, because they said, we can't renew them. We haven't seen you in so long. So, yeah, I found out what worked for me. I stayed healthy. And I don't want to be treated like a slave everywhere I go. I don't want, some employee coming up to me and, telling me I'm a grown man. I don't need to be told what to do. So, just kind of offensive. It puts me on the defense every time it happens. And, yeah, it's just not for me. So, anyways, guys, this video, I wanted to keep it kind of short. I know we're coming up on, we just hit 11 minutes. So, yeah, what do you guys think about Dr. Fauci at the Aspen airport this weekend? No masks. Didn't think he was going to get caught. But I don't understand how these people think that they're not going to get caught. I mean, you live in an age where every single person has like a camera phone, and they're recording everything. And you don't think that somebody at the airport who recognizes Dr. Fauci isn't going to try and snap a few pictures? That's what we mean by rules for thee and not for me, because these people are complete hypocrites. Don't buy into this crap. Stand up for your freedom. Stand up for your rights. Obviously, if you feel like wearing a mask protects you, I'm not telling you not to wear one. Go ahead and wear one. All I'm saying is that people should have the freedom to decide whether or not they want to wear one. Just like they have the freedom to decide whether or not to wear a seatbelt when they go driving in the car. And I'd even further go to say that not wearing a seatbelt when you're driving in the car would be more dangerous than walking around without a mask just to avoid this, virus. Anyways, guys, leave a comment. Like this video, please. Share it out. Get the the suggestions out there in the algorithm, because right now sure seems like we're being shadow banned. Something's going on. They're not giving us a free shot at this like they do for most people, and the people that agree with the narrative. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like these videos, share them with like-minded people, or people that you think these might change their mind about a subject. I try not to lean too far on either side of the spectrum. I'm literally just reading articles. And some of these I'm showing videos. But either way, my sources are right there, out there for you to see. You can go and read them for yourselves. Anyways, guys, we will be back for another episode very shortly. We're going to get these last couple uploaded to the YouTubes. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.